this is your weekly horoscope. This one is for the week starting Monday the 3rd of October going through until Sunday the 9th of October. Thank you for joining me. Now, these weekly horoscopes are for all signs of the zodiac. I look at what connections the planets make with each other up in the skies, what energy that creates and how that impacts us. And also, the horoscopes are based on British summertime, so that's UK time. Now, Monday the 3rd of October, Happy Jewish New Year to all of you who are celebrating that. Also, Monday the 3rd of October is a day when things feel very, very intense. So really be a little bit careful about that. There are lots of intense emotions floating around, and there's also the potential to give too much meaning to little things. So little things that would usually just irritate you or that are minor inconveniences really have the potential to blow up and to become these big things. The reason for that is that the moon is in Scorpio, so we're all feeling things deeply, and you know, the person you're yelling at in the store is also feeling things deeply, so it's going to be a battle of wills straight away. And that Scorpio moon trines Neptune and Pisces, so things may not seem the way they really are, or the way things feel to you may not have a direct connection with what's actually going on. So it's a time of illusions and mirages and things being done for other reasons and things seeming totally different. So be careful. Also, that Scorpio moon conjuncts Venus in Scorpio. Venus is the planet of love and beauty. In Scorpio, she's not comfortable. She's at her most intense. She wants to get to the most inner place of the other person and to really connect on such an intense level that it's difficult to maintain. So watch out for that. Tuesday, that continues a little bit, but now on Tuesday, there's the potential for you to make decisions based on your emotions because they seem so all-encompassing, they seem so important that it seems almost reasonable to make decisions based on things that are very intangible, things that are just totally based on your feelings. And you know, if you look back in your life to things where you totally decided just based on your feelings and totally independent of facts, those usually aren't great decisions. So Tuesday, there's that potential, and also there's the potential to blame other people for your own feelings, which is really unhelpful. So the moon is still in Scorpio, it trines Chiron in Pisces, Chiron being the wounded healer in the sign of water, and it sextiles Mercury in Virgo. So communication is clear, sharp, and it may be a little bit prickly. The saving grace is that the sun is in Libra and it sextiles Saturn in Sagittarius, but it's too easy to judge. It's too ready to kind of say this is good, this is bad. What's interesting is that on the 1st of October we had the new moon in Libra, and the new moon is when the moon pulls energy in. I've done a separate video on this, have a look at it. But it's really a time to be reflective and to set intentions for the next 30 days. And in Libra, it allows you to focus on relationships and what you want to do with relationships. But what I've noticed in the last couple of days is that a lot of people have had major problems in relationships because it's almost like the first couple of days now, you're looking at your relationships very clearly. And the good ones are really good and the bad ones are really bad. And they're all becoming heightened so that you are able to kind of identify them more easily. So look at what's going on. Try not to overreact and to give too much meaning to little things, and to look at how you can improve your relationships and to focus on the good ones. So Tuesday, if you are making big decisions, moving house, changing jobs, look at the facts as well, and also take a look at your own part in things and don't just focus on other people. On Wednesday, the 5th of October, we have the moon going into Sagittarius at 8:27 in the morning, and that's based on British summertime. And we also have Mars in Capricorn squaring Jupiter in Libra. Now, the moon in Sagittarius is significant because it's much more outgoing. It's not so inward looking. It's exploratory. Is that a word? It's about exploring different things. It's about looking outward and seeing the bigger picture. So that's much more positive. Mars is the soldier. Mars is desire. It's your personal will. And in Capricorn, it's about work. I put a picture on Instagram about a builder hard at work because that really embodies Mars in Capricorn very well. It's this archetypal male energy getting busy and affecting and working with tangible, practical things. So there will be a big focus on working, and Jupiter is about growth and expansion, and it's good fortune. So yes, you can be very productive, you can explore and go on adventures and discover stuff, but there's also the potential to overextend yourself. Jupiter doesn't put a lid on it, it just keeps going and going and going. So Wednesday, yes, you can be very productive. Emotionally, things feel much easier, much better than they did at the beginning of the week. But watch out for saying yes to absolutely everything and biting off so much that you can barely close your mouth, okay? So really, again, focus on the facts. That's really important, to just bring things back to what the factual, truthful reality is, rather than focusing on your feelings or what you want to achieve, and be aware of overextending yourself on Wednesday. For Thursday, the 6th of October, Moon still in Sagittarius, forming a lot of relationships with other planets. It squares Neptune, it conjuncts Saturn, it sextiles the Sun, and it trines Uranus. So this is a day of, again, a lot of activity and feeling very productive, but having this vague sense of frustration in the atmosphere. For Thursday, it's very important to be clear on what you're actually doing, okay? I am working on this essay because there's a deadline on Friday. I am applying for this job because I'm trying to improve my level of pay and my career. Very clear. Because if you're busy on Thursday, but you don't have a goal in place, a clear, achievable goal at the end, light at the end of the tunnel, then there may be a sense of frustration, and there may be a sense of, oh, I'm working and I never achieve anything and I'm just doing all of this for what? So be very clear about what actions you're taking and what they're for and what they're about. That will give you a sense of accomplishment and achievement. So as you can see, the week is quite complicated, and Monday, Tuesday are about emotional extremes and giving too much energy to your feelings. Wednesday and Thursday are about practical matters, but again, being extreme in the sense that you're trying to do too much. So it's about bringing things back to a reasonable level and trying to find that middle ground, that balance, and not going from one extreme to the other. On Friday, things start to lighten up a little bit. Things start to become less extreme. The moon is still in Sagittarius. It squares Chiron and it trines Uranus. Mercury goes into Libra and the moon goes into Capricorn. So we're looking at productivity. We're not looking at extremes of going out into the world and discovering everything in a day. We're looking at steady, disciplined, routine kind of work. Mercury in Libra is much lighter, and it's much more the surface of things, and it's much more shooting the breeze and relaxing. So Friday feels lighter. You can still be productive, but you're not going to have to keep such a close eye on yourself that you become this driven kind of maniac. Things relax a little bit. Saturday, again, things shift. So it's a week of one thing, then another thing, then another thing. Saturday is about relationships and looking at relationships from a working perspective. So we've got the moon in Capricorn, which is diligent, which is no nonsense, which is clear. That connects with Jupiter. So your sense of sobriety, or looking at the world in a very black and white kind of way, expands and is all pervasive. That conjuncts Mars in Capricorn, more work, and it conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn. So the expectation that your work will have a transformative impact on your life. The moon in Capricorn squares the sun in Libra, so you're working to make things different. And you're also looking at your relationships in terms of, how can this benefit me? How can it make my life different? How can it make my life better? So you're not looking at relationships in terms of, oh, I care about this person so much. Oh, I feel this, I feel that. That was earlier in the week. That was Monday and Tuesday. Now here on Saturday is, what's in it for me? What can this person do for me? So it's not compassionate. It's not empathetic. It's me. How can you serve me? So yes, it's a very, it's a very kind of cold, calculating energy, which can get you places. But if someone accuses you of being unfeeling on Saturday, then there may be something to that. Listen. On Sunday, the 9th of October, that continues. There's still a strong focus on networking and building bridges. The first quarter moon in Capricorn happens at 4:34 a.m. This is when the moon is halfway to becoming a full moon, and there's a sense of anticipation and the energy becoming stronger. Things are growing. That moon squares the sun in Libra, obviously because it's a first quarter moon. It squares Uranus, and then later in the day it enters Aquarius. So it's about networking, building bridges. As the day progresses, you start to connect with people for the sake of you're interested in them rather than what they can do for you. So if you are someone who's trying to, if you're in PR, throw an event this weekend, perfect. If you're on LinkedIn or whatever and you're trying to get a new job or to find a way forward through your connections, it's the time to do it on Saturday and Sunday. If you're wanting someone to declare their undying love for you, Monday and Tuesday are better. Saturday and Sunday, they're going to be very cold and very cool to you almost. So it's about focusing on this day in little chunks, because it's almost like every 2 days there's a different focus, and going with the flow and working with that energy to get the most out of it so that you have a positive week. It's not an easy week. It's not a calm, relaxing, just lie back and chill week. You have to kind of keep on your toes to go with the flow here, and to also kind of keep things a little bit under control, especially, with the extremes of Monday through to Thursday. So you can get a lot done. It can be productive, but just be disciplined about it. And use that Mars in Capricorn energy, which is all about discipline. It's the soldier being in line and going left and going right when he's being told. So discipline yourself and work with that energy. So I hope you have a great week. If you would like a private reading with me about your career, your finances, your love life, your family relationships, where you are in spiritual growth, development, what you can do to progress, and you'd like some guidance on any of those topics, please visit the website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab and you can order your reading with me there. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, and I will speak to you tomorrow for the daily tarot reading, next week for your weekly forecast, and next month for the monthly forecast for your star sign, Aries, Taurus, Sagittarius, and so on. Have a wonderful week, and I'll speak to you soon.